morning. We are live. Desert Adventures in Arizona, located in the Ironwood Forest National Monument here in beautiful southern Arizona. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Appreciate it very much. Thanks to Ava Potterfield and friends for the shout out this morning. I put her link in there, so be sure to stop by and check her channel out. Let's see who's in the chat here. We have Jolly Matilda, first member in the house. Good morning, Tracy. Tracy's over there in Virginia. And it's interesting, she's living in Virginia where we used to be stationed in the military, and she's actually from Tucson. So she enjoys some of the video and bringing back memories of when she lived here. So welcome, Tracy. And Tracy's one of my moderators. Thank you very much, Jolly Matilda. And a new friend is here this morning, RG Arizona Homestead. We met him over in Ava's live this morning. So thank you very much for being here. RG Arizona Homestead also has a channel, and I just subbed to him this morning. Looks like a very interesting channel and some things that I can actually learn that he does up there in, I believe, northwestern Arizona where he lives. See who else we have here. We have a small town tourist. Happy Monday from Mesa, Arizona. Another good channel. I just watched one of his videos yesterday. Very interesting video. He travels around right now the state of Arizona, some of the old western towns, and does a great job showing us around. So thank you very much, Small Town Tourist, for being here. Let's see who else we have here. We have Carl here. Good morning, Carl. Carl lives out here in the monument where we live. Thanks, Carl, for being here. And there's Fairy Dust. We have Brene here. Good morning, Fairy Dust. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh, Roy and Becky got up early today. Wow, thanks guys for being here. They're coming up at 10 o'clock Arizona time. Their live comes up in about 2 hours, so be sure to check them out. And then one of the moderators can drop their link for their live whenever it fits on the way through today, so appreciate that very much. There's Ava. Good morning, Ava. Ava's got a couple of channels. She's probably my favorite is their Thursday and Friday night music that they play. And just enjoy watching. I usually put it on the TV and watch it while we're eating dinner. And it's just a lot of fun. There's Cookie. Good morning, Cookie. Lurking and working. All right. Well, we like people who are working, Cookie. So don't work too hard, buddy. Saying hello. There's Busby Adventures, another good channel. It's also a neighbor here in Arizona. Thank you very much for being here. There's Diane. Diane Phoenix is here. Good morning. Thanks a lot for coming in. And we have CR View. Good morning. Tim, Gracie, and Crystal. They're also a member of the channel. Appreciate it very much, guys. And they just arrived down in Quartzsite from work camping up in Colorado. Boy, they had some beautiful videos in the area up there in Colorado and the mountains where they were working. Just a great channel. They also do cooking. So if you want to learn some about cooking in an RV, they're full-time RVers. And if you want to learn some and see some of their cooking, also a great channel. I just woke up, says Brene. All right, let me check my coffee here. I've had about 6 cups already today in Ava's live, but there's no such thing as too much coffee, right? Yummy, yummy. All right, let's see here. All right. Thank you very much, RG Arizona. Hit the thumbs up for me. Appreciate that very much. All right, so Busby broke the ice there. It's a chilly 54 this morning, and we're about the same here outside of Marana. So let's check what the weather is today. Hey Siri, what's the weather here today?
It's currently clear and 59 degrees. Today's high will be 81 degrees, and the low will be 52 degrees.
81. Not too bad. 81 for us is pretty comfortable. That's just about right. That's probably like 72 for most people, but we like to see 81. Not bad. So, where's the weather? What's the weather like where you're at? There's Marshall. Good morning. Listening while I'm on the set today. Ah, Marshall's got another job. So, Marshall does actually builds sets for movies. And he just finished one on Netflix, and I think it's called Lost Ollie is the name of the movie. Um, I've got it on my list to watch, and be sure to check it out. But Marshall has also has a channel. He has built his minivan into a camper, and so he can park pretty much anywhere and live inside the minivan. In fact, he spent some time out here with us in the Ironwood Forest National Monument. And he does a really good job at utilizing every little space in his minivan. And then, of course, making modifications along the way. So if you want to learn how to build a minivan, Marshall's your guy. Good times, yep. There's RG Arizona Homesteads channel, so check him out. Thank you, Tracy, for doing that. Appreciate it. Scrolling. You're welcome, Ava. You're welcome. Ava and Doug are great people. They're real people, and what you see is what you get. And boy, I just love their music. Getting used to this Arizona time again. Well, that's good, Roy. That's good. Glad you made it, buddy. Appreciate it. We're hoping to see our friends up in Quartzsite here very soon. We're talking about getting up there around appointments and doctors and Jeep repairs. You see this back here behind me. When the live's over, I've got to haul the Jeep across town. I've got a noisy differential in the rear end. I got a noisy rear end, and it's not because I'm gassy. Okay, guys, it's bad bearings, I think. So I'm going to take it into a shop and have them check it out. Very reputable shop here in the Tucson area that is really good working with Jeeps, especially, and other four-wheel drive vehicles. So I'm going to be taking it in there and having that checked out. It is also National Pasta Day. Did you guys know that? It's National Pasta Day. So if you like pasta, yeah, you might find a good deal out there. National Pasta Day. It's also, and I don't have well, I do have a boss. That's Oki. Oki's my boss, I guess. And it's National Bosses Day also. So if you have a boss, either give them a hug or not give them a hug, whatever works well for you. We have Paula here. Good morning, Paula. Van Vita Travels. She's up in Canada, and we certainly enjoyed meeting her when she was on her trip down here in Arizona. And boy, we've learned a lot watching her channel on what's up in Canada, how the life is. And I think it's getting colder up there, Paula. Nate's up there with Land Cloud Adventures, hanging out with Paula, and another good channel. He's got two beautiful dogs, and he travels full time also. Everybody's saying hello. Okay, RG Arizona says I can teach how to burn water. It's harder than you think. Oh, I suppose I'm pretty good at that too. That's funny. Diane, everybody's giving Diane. Diane's a busy lady, and I guess she doesn't sleep a whole lot. 42 at the house today, per my weather station. Now, RG Arizona, did I understand correctly? You're in northwest Arizona, up there in the North Country. Kind of look like it looking at your channel there. 65 in quartzite. That's not too bad. Yeah, definitely happy summer is over. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. What we do in the summer here down here is we do most of our outside work first thing in the morning. So we're up early, usually 5 a.m., not later than 6, and we're out putzing around the property, tending our gardens, doing repairs, whatever we need to do. And then when it starts getting hot around 9 or 10, we come in and guess what we do? We do YouTube. We watch all your YouTube videos. That's what we do when it gets hot here in the summer. 66 in quartzite. All right, She Devil is here. Another good channel. She's got a camp trailer she's been working on. She's here working and listening in the background. Thank you very much, Tommy, for being here. Appreciate it. Lost Ollie. So Ava watched Lost Ollie. That's the video that Marshall worked on. And we need to go watch that. I got it on my list here, but I just haven't got to it. But Lost Ollie on Netflix. And Marshall said it's suitable for kids. He said our grandkids would enjoy watching it too. So we're kind of hoping to get them over here and put it up. Yeah, it's on Netflix. KT Spirit is here. Good morning, KT. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for joining us. Low tonight's 46, Busby says. Oh, that's right. He's down near the border, down south of us. So we have someone in the northwest part of the state. We have someone in the south part of the state. Scrolling. All the pasta in the background is making me hungry, Steve. Tim, I'll bet you could come up with a really good dish, good pasta dish. I've seen how you guys cook there. The Legend is here. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. The Legend. I love the channel name. Good vibes. Awesome. Thank you for being here. The Legend. Very cool. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about your channel and we can come check it out. Yeah, Steve's been driving like he stole it. Well, that Jeep, which hand am I on? I did some four-wheeling with it here a couple weeks ago. And the rear end was a little noisy, and no, it wasn't gas. It was actually a bad bearing, I think. And I knew it was going bad, and I thought it was a U-joint. You know how you have U-joints that go bad and they get noisy in the rear drive shaft? Well, I replaced the drive shaft, put new U-joints in it, and it's still noisy. So now instead of disassembling the rear differential, I'm going to take it to someone who knows how to do that and that I trust. And so that's today's job. Thank you, Legend. Ooh, KT says shrimp fettuccine for me. Thanks. Ooh, that sounds good. Did not know. See, Ava, you came here and you learned something today. I learned something from your lives. And here you are learning about Pasta Day. Ava, it's also National Boss Day today. Did you know that? So that you just finished that big deadline today. So maybe go give your boss a hug. Ooh, give him some pasta. Yeah, that would be really cool. Thank you, Tracy. Ah, Oki is the chocolate boss for sure. You got that right, Diane. You got that right. And everybody's saying hello. Whoa, it's 36 Fahrenheit where Paula is. That's cold. That's the dead of winter here. But that's just a nice day for Canadians up there, I think. And you get used to it, I suppose. Oki and I lived in Nebraska, New Hampshire, which was a beautiful place, Virginia, and all those have winters. And yeah, you just adjust to them. Diane says 46 in southern Indiana. Oh, the legend is in Pakistan. Wow. Very cool. You know, it's pretty amazing, huh? That we can talk to each other, watch each other's lives from anywhere around the world. That's awesome. The legend, I'll bet that's a pretty interesting channel. If anyone finds it, drop the link. Otherwise, I'm just going to write it down and see what kind of content the legend has. The legend from Pakistan. Cool, very cool. All right, hopefully I didn't miss anybody. I see a Chris in here. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Chat's flipping along pretty fast here. Yeah, we're talking about where we live. Diane's right next to Kentucky. Yeah, we got to check that movie out. Definitely sounds like a good one. We have Tracy here. Tracy Carroll, good morning. Thank you, Tracy, for joining us. Appreciate it very much. And we're talking about weather here. It's going to be in the mid 30s. Looks like I'll need my wood stove. RG Arizona Homestead. So, Homestead channel. Yeah, that sounds interesting. I'm going to be watching your videos. I watched a couple this morning. I'm going to be back to watch some more. Diane says we have a chance of S flurries tomorrow. That's that white stuff, right? That we hear about down here in southern Arizona. We do see it up on the mountains around us, but we don't get it down here in the valley very often. Fairy Dust says 60 Fahrenheit today with a high of 83. Oh, we have Karen here. Wow, Karen, haven't seen you in a while. Exploring Canada. Just back from 2 weeks in Pennsylvania, USA. Was great. Oh, that's cool, Karen. Really cool. Glad you enjoyed it. And it's nice to have the border open again, isn't it? Where we can come and go finally. I know that Nate from Land Cloud Adventures just crossed over for the second time to head up to visit Paula, Van Vita Travels. And of course, they gave him the third degree when he crossed because he's in a trailer, camp trailer, full time, works on the road, and he has two beautiful dogs with him. And they always seem to question him of why are you bringing your dogs into Canada? Well, he says, well, I live in the trailer full time. What else would I do with them? They always come with me. All right, that must be RG Arizona's channel. Thank you. KT says 80 Fahrenheit today, Tuesday night in the upper 30s. So we're getting down to freezing. Oh, okay. Diane found the Legends channel. That's good. I'll look back on the replay and go check that out. Yeah, Fairy Dust is next door to Arizona. We're neighbors. And we met Brene in Quartzsite, and I think she's going to be back down in Quartzsite again this winter. So she did some really cool videos on our meetup last year, and we had a lot of fun. Yeah, the S word. Rain in Maine, Tracy says. Here for 4 days, then moving south. Oki and I explored Maine when we were stationed in New Hampshire back in the 90s. Beautiful state. A lot of potatoes they grow up there. Everybody's saying hello, scrolling. Yeah, Tracy, or KT, I've got to take my Jeep into the shop. It's modified to do rock climbing. And if you've seen some of my videos, you can see I do some extreme rock climbing. And when you do that, you stress everything out and things wear out. And I've got a noise in the differential that is causing me a little trouble. Let me show you what I did a couple weekends ago. Do you like that? Oh, I better put my drone pilot hat on. There we go. Should have put it on earlier, huh? I really enjoy flying the drone, and you see drone videos all over YouTube, and they're all jerky, and it kind of makes you ill watching them sometimes. And so, learning how to do cinematic footage with a drone is not easy. So, I'm learning to do that. And okay, Carl's got to go. Thanks, Carl, for stopping in, buddy. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate the support. Carl lives out here in our neighborhood. We have 1 square mile of privately owned land inside the Ironwood Forest National Monument, which is 129,000 acres. And so I use the Jeep a lot. We go out the gate, hang a left, and we've got 129,000 acres to go out and play in. And it's a national monument. So thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. Every part of our world is beautiful in its own unique way. That's exactly right. Thank you, Joy. Appreciate it. Yeah, and that's what I strive for is to grab you and pull you in. And that's not easy to do. Yeah, and looking for music for your videos is not something that we take lightly. KT says the only high ground here is the sand dunes that they have. Yeah, peacefully quiet. So we went up that hill. That's called China Peak, and I talked about that last Monday in my live stream. It's China Peak down in the Tombstone, Arizona area. Yeah, be sure to check out the Legends channel. Evidently, he's an artist, according to what I saw somebody mentioned. Love the hat. My hats aren't quite as good as Nate's hats. No, Nate has some pretty cool hats. Land Cloud Adventures. Wishing Carl a good day. KT's still here. She didn't die in the sand dune. Yeah, it's not easy because it's easy to take jerky video, but it's not easy to take nice cinematic. RG has a Mavic Pro, and mine is a Mavic 2. So that's a nice one. Mavic Pro is a nice drone. And RG, I don't know if you have your Part 107 certificate, but I got mine about a year and a half ago. So I can post videos on my monetized channel. The FAA considers a monetized YouTube channel with drone video advancing your business. And so, in order to advance your business or anyone else's business, they want us to have a commercial drone license. And so, I got one, and it keeps me out of trouble. Joy's got a GoPro. It's at the post office. Oh, that'll be nice. Now, Joy Blessed Life, they do videos on a lot of car shows I've seen, and they walk around and they actually do live streams while they're walking around looking at cars. And interesting to see a lot of the old iron, as we used to call it. The Starlink is doing well. The one thing that I'm running on Wi-Fi right now, so you might see it glitch once in a while, but I can direct connect in, and it's much better. But I am running on Wi-Fi, the Starlink Wi-Fi, and we'll take it with us when we get up to Quartzsite. CR View has Wi-Fi, Starlink now, and Roy and Becky's Travels now has Starlink. RG's looks very interesting, just subbed it. So RG, Roy and Becky's Travels is coming up here at 10 o'clock our time. If you have time to pop in, they're up there in Quartzsite and they have a live stream every morning at 10 o'clock Arizona time. I have a GoPro also that I use. This one I've had a few years. It's a GoPro Hero 7. So it's a little bit dated. And I bought this extra battery pack to go on it. And the Jeep behind me, I actually can snap it on the hood of the Jeep, turn it on, and then it records in 8-minute segments as I'm going down the road. I don't use a whole lot of it, but it's interesting footage to get little clips of for my videos. And these GoPros are great, even waterproof. Now this one doesn't have the door on it, it's not waterproof, but if I take the battery pack off, put the side door on, and I actually can drop it down into the koi pond and take video of the koi and the fish swimming around. So these GoPros are really neat cameras and they're great for YouTubers. I guess they had a fire there in Gatlin a few days ago. They got that taken care of. It was right downtown. Yeah, steady camera for walking. Yeah, and the GoPro has stabilization in it already, so it works pretty good for that. Nate does have great hats. Well, they had to tear down the buildings. There were hot spots that lasted. Wow. Looked like a pretty bad fire there. But as I recall, no one got hurt and everybody was out. Not sure whose channel this is, but Tracy, if you could just put a name in front of those that don't have the channel name in them, we'll know for sure, especially since I'm so far behind. South Alabama, deeper basements and bedrock. RG Arizona, you'll get there. I'm learning from Grandma Kelly. There's a channel called Grandma Kelly, and she's got around 2,500 subscribers or thereabouts. And she came out and taught us in the live stream that you can actually make shorts from your longer videos. And so I did a couple of those on my channel. If you see the couple shorts that I did, they're actually snips out of longer videos. And I cut them down to 15 seconds or less. And YouTube tends to push those out more so than the longer content that you make. And I picked up probably 10 or 15 subscribers by pushing those shorts out there. So give that a try, RG. It might help you out. Wow, Karen, I'm so glad you're here. Haven't seen you. Karen's also got a drone that she flies around up where she's at. Okay, so RG's got Starlink also. That's good. RG Arizona Homestead, there's 2 channels, huh? Yep, that's what you want. You want nice, smooth. So Diane's going to be getting Starlink too. I think she's working on selling her house and going nomadic full time. Starlink is a great way to do it. Now you do have to have enough power supply to run the Starlink. Roy and I did a test when we were camping with them up in Coconino National Forest. He has a Jackery, and I plugged this Starlink into the Jackery, and I think we saw 40 to 60 watts while it was running. So you have to be able to provide it with enough power while you're mobile. Pigeon Forge, and it looks like a pretty place. Okay, the one with the cloud is my current channel. So RG Homestead, that's the avatar with the cloud. GoPro Silver 3, yeah, that was one of the early ones, and geez, they still work. I think Greg from Fit for Expedition has a GoPro Silver 2 that he uses, and I think that's pretty much all he uses, and it works just fine. Well, thanks, Tracy. There's Roy and Becky's channel right there. Which one is that GoPro? What version? The one that I showed you is a 7. This is a GoPro 7 Hero, 7 Black Hero, they call it. I spent, I think it was $230 or something for it a couple years ago. But you know, the batteries in them don't last real long. So I bought this battery pack that you can actually add to your GoPro. And so if you want to mount it on a vehicle and go down the road, it just plugs it right in. So that's the battery pack there. Plugs in right here. Where am I? Right here. There's the name of it. 7 Black. Plugs in right here. And then you turn the battery on when you take off. There's the plug where it interfaces with the GoPro. And I've used this a lot. It works really good. It'll go for about 8 or 9 hours on this battery pack without having to change the battery out in the camera itself. So it works really well. Use my phone and tripod for everything. Yeah, I use my phone for most everything too. And I just use the GoPro for short little clips. All right, Ava's heading back to work. Thank you, Ava, for stopping in. Appreciate the shout out. Always appreciate watching you guys and enjoy your channel. All right, question from CR View. Yes, I think, Tim, I can get you some drone video. In fact, when we get up there to Quartzsite, I'll take some video while we're up there, and I'll provide you with my certificate number. And so long as you put that on the description or somewhere in there, you're covered because they don't know if you bought it. They don't know if it was given to you. They don't know how you got it. They just care that it comes from a licensed commercial drone pilot. And provided you put that somewhere on your video, you're covered. And I do that for anyone. Okay, so there's the Homestead channel link. Thank you, Tracy, for doing that. Yeah, no worries, Tracy, no worries. I know some channels don't have the name in them. you have to get to 500 subscribers to get the name in your channel link. And so when the name's not there, we just have to type the name of the channel ahead. There's Grandma Kelly's Clean Life, Clean Living. Thank you, Diane, for putting that in there. Another good channel. There's Busby's channel down in southern Arizona. All right, the legend. I'm here again. The legend is here again from Pakistan. Can you believe that? Wow. What do I use to edit my videos? I started off with iMovie. iMovie is on all the Apple products. I use iPhones, iPad. I have a MacBook. And I started off with iMovie, and that's a really good way to start making videos. Quick and easy to learn. I bought Filmora here a couple months ago, and I'm learning that. And that gives you a lot of more bells and whistles. And so my latest videos are with Filmora. KT says, Diane, come pick me up. Yeah, that's right. So RG says, you know, the Starlink antenna has a heater in it. And if you turn the heater off, it saves a lot of power. If the heater's on, whenever it gets down below freezing, it's going to kick the heater on. It's going to use about 100 watts or so to keep the snow and ice off of that antenna. And so I have mine defaulted to turn off. And usually when I'm going to bed at night, when we're out camping, you know, I shut it off anyway because we don't really need it at night. KT is in Alabama. So you need 48 watts going into the Jackery for it to keep up with Starlink. Okay. So Roy has solar on top of his rig and supportable panels. And so he's learned that you got to feed it with at least 48 watts. Oh, Dan's here. Good morning. Thanks for coming in, Dan. Appreciate it very much. Beautiful day on the river. Oh, I'll bet it is. He's up north of me, and what that would be south of Quartzsite on the beautiful Colorado River. All right. Diane's setting up her route. Oh, Busby. Guess you better stop in and say hello. RG says, I have an AppMan camera. It's a knockoff of a GoPro. It works for me. Oh, cool. Never heard of that. AppMan. All right, thank you. There's Roy and Becky's coming up at 10 o'clock. We're at 8:47 right now. Thank you, Tracy, very much. AZ Dan, he's helped Box Fan D out a lot over the years. And Dan, wondering if you're going to be up in Quartzsite in January or so. We'd love to shake your hand and meet you face to face. Seen you on a bunch of live streams, on your videos helping Box Fan D, and it would be great to see you up there. Land Cloud Adventures is here. Good morning, Nate. Good morning. Staying warm up there, buddy? Another good channel. He's got a couple of beautiful dogs. And we met him in Quartzsite also, parked, camped not too far away. I need your digits before I hit the road. Uh-oh, I've been chased from honey with a broom. Sounds like Roy's in some trouble. Got any bumps, Roy? Hopefully it was the soft part of the broom. Oh, yeah. I see that happening more than once. Tim CRView camped up there right in the same area. Uh-oh. What'd you do to cause Becky to do that? Busby uses CapCut in iMovie. Okay. I've seen a couple channels use CapCut. I think Grandma Kelly uses CapCut also. Basically clearing the phone. Yeah, iMovie works pretty good. Becky was sweeping and Roy was in the way. I know how that feels. All right, so Tim's confirming you got to have 48 watts or better. Keep the Jackery at 100% running Starlink. Oh, there's Grandma Kelly right there. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. I know you're on the road with your two sons in a tournament. They're on the East Coast. So thank you very much for coming in. Grandma Kelly's got a very interesting channel. She shares a lot of what she's learned in YouTube life, and she's the one, Grandma Kelly. I was telling everyone what you were showing us, making shorts out of longer content, and I did a couple of those, and I picked up some new subscribers. So thank you very much for doing that. Appreciate it. Roy got swept under the rug. I don't know if he got swept under the rug. It sounded like he got chased out from under the rug. Diane's on the phone with a dentist. Oh, yeah, I've got that going too. I broke a crown here some time ago. It didn't cause me any pain, but that's usually a big bill to get a new crown on. So it's halfway done. I have to download it afterwards to my laptop. Oh, there's Box Fan D right there. Good morning, D. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it very much. Dee's a rock star in the YouTube world. She's helped a lot of people by sharing her experiences in the nomad life and how she kind of developed her nomad life up to where she's at now. She's been interviewed by Bob Wells a number of times, who's a guy, and she just has a great channel. She shares a lot. You know, with Box Fan D, what you see is what you get. There's no fakery. It's just real nomadic life and what she experiences. And she's a songwriter, plays her own instruments, and she has some great stuff. So be sure to stop by and check out Box Fan D. Everybody's saying hello. There's Dan's channel. Oh, that's Dan. That's Tracy saying hello to Dan. Shows up weird on StreamYard, doesn't it? Good morning, D. Saying hello. Make sure I didn't miss anybody here. JT says, I'm on Becky's side. Thank you, Grandma Kelly, for being here. Uh-oh. Women are backing Becky. Why am I not surprised? Nate in the clouds. Thank you. There's Nate's channel. He does live streams every week. Yes, we are a formidable lot. Women, I've always told Oki, women run the world, and I have no problem with that. Okay, so Dan says I'm going to be there in Quartzsite in January. Ooh, 70th birthday this coming year. Wow, very cool, Dan. Are you going to be? Box Van D is still working on the dates for her meetup there. I assume that you will be there for that, and hopefully we can help you celebrate your 70th birthday. I'm not too far behind you. I'm 66, going on 67. So, if I knew I was going to live this long, I'd have taken better care of myself. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, RG's back. I have to go back. We're all on Becky's side. Uh-oh. Becky's sweeping out the rig, and she's got backup here. Yeah, Brene is a fun lady, and Dan, if you get a chance to meet her, you'll enjoy it. Okay, so here we are. Box Van D, looks like her meetup's going to be January 21st to the 24th, right after the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. So the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous is Bob Wells' meetup that he runs the week prior. So, and I think that'll be in Plamosa, Washington, right? Same area where you were at last year. We went last year. We had a great time. Yeah, 2.5 hours from us. That's about right. Busby, we're a couple hours south also. And I love boondocking. That's what makes me happy, to go sit in the desert or up in the trees and just run everything off of solar. I enjoy the challenge. Oh yeah, we got to meet Ford man Kenneth Oakes in Quartzsite last year. Okay, Plamosa Road, BLM free camping off grid. So keep an eye on Box Van D's channel if you're interested in meeting up with us up there on Plamosa Road. She does kind of just an organic get together, and we usually have a community fire, and everybody joins it around the fire in the evenings, and we have a great time. Great people. Oh, the lights just flickered. Got blinks going on here, power blinks going on. Something's going on in the universe. But the laptop is on. I've got Starlink on UPS. Probably a good thing I did, because you would have lost me. Box Van D's songs are just great. So Tracy says, we've been boondocking on Boondockers Welcome all the way down to Mexico. Yeah, I've heard Boondockers Welcome is a pretty good program. That's where you can park on different properties, wineries, people's farms, and all kinds of stuff. And that sounds fun. All right, I need to get something to drink. So I'm going to show you. I had the drone out, took the grandkids out in the neighborhood here in the monument. Well, actually, just north of the monument, and took this drone video while we were out there. So this is the Rockland Hotel. So north of us was the Sasco mining operation, Southern Arizona Smelter Company, and it was a smelter for the copper mine out in the Silver Bell Mountains. And so there are some ruins left there, and that is the old hotel that used to be there in the town of Sasco back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and it's made out of rock and mortar. It's unfortunate some of the kids in the area are knocking rocks off of it, but there's still enough there to enjoy. And I like to take the kids, the grandkids out there to walk around, get out of from behind the electronics and get out into nature. So we are in a beautiful place here in the monument. There's a lot of that stuff out here. We also have a bunch of, it's 9 o'clock. We also have a bunch of petroglyphs close by. And anyone who comes out, I think we'll probably have a meetup in February. It hasn't been announced yet. That'll be co-hosted by me, Fit for Expedition. Marshall from Mellow Nomadic Adventures is going to try to be here. And again, boondocking out here in the monument. And anyone who arrives out here will show them around the monument. It's a beautiful place. The old Fort Naco. Where is that, Busby? I'm not familiar with that. Yeah, abandoned historical places. That's a pretty neat place. Naj is here. Hello, Naj. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, it's one of my joys. I like to go out and fly the drone, and there's Naj when Naj came in. Thank you very much. So we're coming up on an hour. We're actually a couple minutes over an hour. So appreciate everyone stopping in. I see 16 people in the house. I appreciate your time, everyone. Hopefully you had an interesting hour with me. I certainly try to keep things interesting and appreciate you joining me today. I'm going to click on my outro here, and we will see you next time on Desert Adventures in Arizona.